I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the Donald Trump fraud case, but Haba, his lawyer, and the legal team are brilliant in what they're doing. Now, if you followed my previous account, I told you exactly what Donald Trump's legal strategy was going to be. And the legal strategy has always been win on appeal. They know they don't want Donald Trump to go to jail or anything of that nature because of the precedent it sets. It's all meant to keep him off the ballot in 2024, which is why every time they give him a charge, his polling data goes up because it further confirms that they did in fact steal 2020 election. And they did so by changing laws in states illegally by not going through the proper legal channels, especially as it related to mail-in balloting. Now, most of those loopholes have been closed, so they know they can't do it again. It's also meant to excite the low information Democrat base and to keep Donald Trump in the news in a negative light so that Joe Biden doesn't actually have to run, answer questions, or do campaign stumps. Now, if you look at the case up in New York with the payment, now, Bragg literally ran on saying he would go after Donald Trump, that he would indict Donald Trump, and that he would try Donald Trump for free. So he's already shown a clear bias and a clear agenda. But in order to take it a step further, they actually had to make up a crime that they can't prove in order to claim that the payment was made to cover up a crime that didn't happen. Then they had to temporarily change the law in New York in order to even bring the indictment because the statute of limitations was up. So they changed the law in order to target Donald Trump. They know all of this is thrown out in a heartbeat. Now, the case of fraud. That's even funnier because you have a fraud case in which nobody is claimed to have been defrauded, no bank, business, or individual. And the person leading the charge also ran on going after Donald Trump. She stated, I'm going to bring down this illegitimate president. So she's shown bias, she's shown an agenda, and she's shown that she's an election denier. But that's not going to stop him. So what Donald Trump's lawyers are doing is brilliant because they already know she's exposed, but now they've exposed the judge. See, they've gotten the judge to show anger, to get red-faced, to show emotion, and to show clear bias, and make clear bias statements such as, I'm not here to listen to Donald Trump. So they know that case is also going to get thrown out on appeal. And in the case of the classified documents, number one, precedent has already been set. Number two, we have the Presidential Records Act, which covers that. The Presidential Records Act says what he can have and not have. And if there is a dispute with the Archives Office, it is to be settled in civil court, that it's not a criminal matter. So they also know that that one's going to eventually go away. The whole point of every single one of these cases has been to keep Donald Trump off of the ballot. And Donald Trump's legal strategy from the jump, and it's being played out brilliantly in the fraud case, is to win all of these cases on appeal.